It's review time and we're off with the Vapid Dominator GTX, which is on offer this week. Really good deal, really good price, so you're going to get this thing for about $500,000, which is basically nothing. It's a fabulous price. And to be honest, I haven't dunked on a car for quite a while, so why not start today? But I'm going to do it in a bit of a kind of sandwich approach, so not really a shit sandwich, more like a shit club sandwich. We've got layers. So let's start with the looks. And I've got to admit, it starts off well because this is a pretty car. It really is. It's based, I believe, on the 6th generation Mustang. It's not an exact replica like some of the others, but you know, it's a really nice looking car. It has a really aggressive profile. It looks cool. And that, in my mind, is where the problems start, and it's where the dunking starts, because the way it drives just doesn't live up to the way it looks. Now, it's not all bad news, because even though there are other issues with the drive that I do have problems with, one of those isn't the handling. The handling of this thing is really, really good. As is the customization. You've got quite a few options and you can make it look really cool. But it's not all good. I have a few bones to pick with the design of the car and with the customization. And I'm going to start with these lights, which are a bit too NASCAR for me. They look like a sticker. And it's the only car I know that has the option to stick Lego bricks to the side. And then this front, it's just got this massive overbite. And that's before we get to these.
What the fuck is that? What is that?
Those, Gunnery Sergeant Hartman, are the most egregious wheel arches I think I've ever seen, and that is the worst overhang I've ever seen. I don't know why they insist on putting huge wheel arches on, but not giving you the option to move the wheels out so they actually sit flush with the wheel arches, which would look so much better. But those few bits aside, customization wise you've got good options, and it's a good looking car to start with. But what about the drive? Well, we've already talked about the handling, and I'll be honest, the handling is really nice. It's such good fun. It feels balanced. It feels quite weighty as well, so those little nicks on curbs and signposts aren't going to throw you all over the road like in some other cars. So it genuinely is a nice car to drive around the city, and I imagine would do pretty well on a track, because even though it's a muscle car, it's a really good drive. It doesn't feel as out of control as most of the other muscle cars do. The problem is with the acceleration and with the top speed. The acceleration itself, whilst it's not awful, the best way I can describe it is it's almost average. And this is supposed to be a Mustang. The one in the game is supposed to be modelled on the V8 version of this, so in real life this would have had a V8. And I'm sorry, but you can't describe the acceleration of a V8 Mustang as almost average. But the worst part, the really, really bad part, is the top speed. So let's get there and have a look, shall we? And this is going to take a while, because if you want a demonstration of how slow this car is, well, here's me on my way to a mission.
Hello there.
And that was me going at full chat, and that Sentinel went past me like I was stood still. Now, yes, it could have been HSW. I don't know who the player was, so it could have been a HSW car, but still, like I was stood still. And as I come under the finish line, you can see 35 seconds to drive the mile with a top speed of 102 miles an hour for a V8 Mustang. It's just unforgivably slow. I have no idea why they made it so slow. With the handling being as good as it is, if they gave it slightly better acceleration and a sensible top speed, this could have been one of the best cars in the game. You know, it's pretty, it's nice to drive, but it's just so slow, it's almost useless. So final thoughts and review. Even though it's cheap, I honestly can't recommend that you buy this. It's too slow to be of any use. There's only one reason I can really think why you should buy this, and that's if you're a big fan of the Mustangs, if you are building manufacturer themed garages and you have a Mustang garage, then yeah, do you know what? If you customise this correctly, it's going to look really pretty and it's going to look really, really nice in your Mustang garage. But realistically, you're probably never going to want to use it because it is, I know I'm repeating myself, but it is unforgivably slow. It's unnecessarily slow, in fact. There are other muscle cars that don't have a great top speed, but it's good enough that it makes the rest of the car work. I think the way they've crippled the top speed on this thing is so egregious. I would just say this is one to avoid unless you are building that Mustang themed garage. And as we get to the line, let's have a look at this time. 10 minutes and 7 seconds. 10:07 for a V8 Mustang. That's ridiculous. My view, it's too slow. Don't bother. Move on. I hope that was useful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.